Welcome to Thái Nguyên News, not today headlines. Thái Nguyên to organize the week for the poor 2023 effectively. Considering recognizing Phú Bình district as new rural area. National Sports Game officially opens in Quảng Ninh. First, let's get some data news. Responding to the peak quick update for the poor in 2023, on the December the event, Mr. Bùi Văn Lương, chairman of Phố City People's Committee, and the delegation visited and gave money to support the construction of solidarity houses for the poor household in Tiên Phong Court and Minh Đức Commune. From the beginning of 2022 until now, Phố City has supported the construction of 10 solidarity houses and repair one house with a total cost of over 520 million Vietnam dong, helping the poor household to reduce difficulties, implementing the campaign All People Units to build new rural areas and civilized urban areas. Up to now, Thái Nguyên Province has about 111 current FDI projects invalid with a total investment capital of more than 8.6 billion USD. These projects are in many fields such as manufacturing and processing, real estate, accommodation and catering services, in which projects in field of processing and manufacturing accounted for 82.4% of the number of projects and accounted for 99% of the total registered investment capital. Investment projects of current enterprises are operating very effectively, creating regular jobs for nearly 100,000 employees, accounting for 94.5% of the total number of employees in FDI enterprises in the province. According to the data from the Department of Statistics of Thái Nguyên Province, in even months of the year, the total import and export turnover in Thái Nguyên Province reached 46.5 billion USD, in which export turnover reached 29.2 billion USD, increasing 11.6% over the same period. Import turnover reached 17.3 billion USD, increasing 7.7% over the same period. Thus, the trade balance of goods in even months of the province reached nearly 12 billion USD. This index shows that the economy in general, production and business activities of enterprises in the province in particular have had a positive recovery. With this result, it is estimated that the province's total import and export turnover in 2022 will reach over 51.5 billion USD, in which export is estimated at 32.1 billion USD, increasing 10.4% over the previous year.
The total revenues of transportations and wealth housings in the Thái Nguyên province in 2022 is estimated at 6.2 trillion dong, increasing over 21% over the same period, in which freight revenue reached 4.5 trillion dong, accounting for 74% and increasing by nearly 19% over the same period. Passenger transport revenues is estimated at nearly 1 trillion dong, increasing 28% over the same period, followed by transport support service. Revenue just is estimated at 600 billion dong, increasing nearly 30% over the same period. In 2022, despite facing many difficulties, the province economy in 2022 still achieves good growth. The economic structures has shifted in a positive direction, increasing the proportion of industries and service, reducing the proportion of agriculture, forests, and fishery. Accordingly, the structures of the industries construction sector account for 58.9%, the service and product sectors account for 30.5%, the agriculture, forests, and fisheries sector account for 10.6%.
On the afternoon of December the 8th in Hanoi, Deputy Minister of Home Affairs Nguyễn chaired a conference to apprise the project on establishing Hóa Thượng Thảo in Đồng Hỷ district and the project on merging Quân Trư Commune into Quân Trư Thảo to expand the administrative boundary of Quân Trư Thảo in that district before submitting it to the government and the National Assembly. At the appraiser conference, on the basis of carefully studying the contents of two projects and the actual survey process of the intersectoral delegation chaired by the Ministry of Home Affairs, more of the project appraiser council members agree on the necessity, suitability of merging and establishing these two towns to meet the requirements of economic development and urban area expansion of two localities, Đồng Hỷ and Đại Từ. However, the Advisory Council also requested Taiwan province to explain and supplement some issues such as the ability to balance budget revenue, poverty rate, orientation and ability to allocate investment resources to continue building infrastructure, rearrangement of the political mechanism after the major labor resources. Concluding the conference, the Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, the Chairman of the Advisory Council, highly agreed with the opinions of the Council's members, requesting that after the conference, Taiwan province urgently supplement and complete projects so that the Ministry of Home Affairs can submit to the government and the National Assembly in December this year. On December the 9th, Taiwan province held a conference to launch the plan, The Quick for the Poor in 2023. Ms. Nguyên Thanh, Secretary of the Province Party Committee, Mr. Trịnh Việt Hùng, Chairman of the Province People's Committee, Mr. Phạm Hoàng Sơn, Chairman of the Province People's Council, leaders of departments, agencies, localities, representatives of businesses and benefactors attended the launching ceremony. Emphasizing the deep meaning of the program, the Provincial Party Committee Secretary acknowledged the contribution and support of the just from journalists, businesses and benefactors and gave a specific task that need to be done to ensure the Big Quick would run effectively. A new feature in this year's program is the implementation of information technology application, digital transformation in creating security accounts, payment accounts for poor households, relative poor households, and disadvantaged groups. According to the plan, the program will be implemented from the 12th to 25th of December 2022, with gift-giving activities from 2 to 8 of January 2023. Each poor household, relative poor household, will be supported 500,000 Vietnam đồng. On December the 12th, Ms. Nguyễn Thanh Bình, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, chaired the conference to consider recognizing Phú Bình District as meeting new rural standards in 2022. With a view, new rural construction is a continued long-term process, have a starting point but no ending point. Phú Bình District should see breakthroughs in new rural construction as promoting production links along the value chain, raising people's incomes, building a bright, green, clean, beautiful, safe rural environment. After more than 10 years of implementation, Phú Bình became the province's bright spot in the terms of new rural construction, the first district in the province to have 100% of communes meet the standard by June 2020. To date, 19 out of 19 communes have met the criteria for new rural areas in the 2021-2025 period, and 5 communes have met the enhanced new rural standards. At the conference, the delegates discussed and commented on the results of the new rural program of Phú Bình District over the past time and the orientation in the future. The opening ceremony of the 9th National Sport Games took place in Hạ Long City, Quảng Ninh Province on the last Friday evening. Deputy Prime Minister Vũ Đức Đam, Minister of Culture, Sport and Tourism Nguyễn Văn Hùng, and representatives of provinces and cities across the country attended the event. The opening ceremony was opened with an art program consisting of 3 chapters: Vietnam's Aspirations, Convergence and Diffusion for a Prosperous Vietnam. A friendly greeting from the host Quảng Ninh welcomes all sports delegations. Taiwan sports delegation participated in the parade at the opening ceremony with 50 representatives who were coaches and athletes. Although I have been through many games, I came here with a very new and proud feeling. I believe that the National Sport Festival in 2022 in Quảng Ninh will be a great success. It's an honor to be one of Taiwan's athletes to participate in the very crowded opening ceremony. I felt very excited. Here I can meet and interact with many friends. Participating in the 9th National Sport Festival in 2022, Taiwan Provincial Sport Team has 3-4 coaches and 197 athletes, competing in 19 out of 43 sports of the Games with the goal of determinedly striving to achieve from 28 to 37 medals, including from 10 to 12 gold medals, improving the position on the rankings and contributing to the overall success of the Games. More than 10,000 athletes from 65 delegations competed in 43 sports with more than 900 sets of medals. The conquest is considered to be the largest conquest since it was put out in 1985. With the theme For a Prosperous Vietnam, the 9th National Sport Festival took place from December 9th to 21st in Quảng Ninh Province and 10 northern provinces and cities, namely Hà Nội, Hải Phòng, Hải Dương, Bắc Ninh, Bắc Giang, Ninh Bình, Nam Định, Thanh Hóa, Hòa Bình, and Vĩnh Phúc. That's all we have for today. Thank you for joining. Goodbye and see you next time.